Reorganization meeting on Monday, February 6th, 2020. We'll start with the salute to the flag. January, I'm sorry.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mrs. Pullen, call the roll.
Mr. Galloway?
Here.
Mr. Brasky? Mr. Dents?
Here.
Mr. Walker?
Here.
All right, before we start, I wanted to take a moment to say a few words. Today, we learned that Mike Fitzpatrick passed away over the weekend. Most of us already knew about this. Mike was a local guy that graduated from Bishop Egan. He was born and raised in Levittown, an Eagle Scout. He served as county commissioner for quite a few years before he ran for Congress and got elected to Congress. But Mike never forgot where he came from. Politics aside, he was an all-around good guy. Many people look at political engagement as just a necessary evil. Mike was a really good guy that took it as an opportunity to better his community, and it's our community. This very flag flew over the Capitol in Washington, D.C. in honor of the Board of Supervisors and was presented to us by Mike Fitzpatrick. And our condolences go out to his family. I speak for all of us, and I'm going to ask for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. I'm going to start with the swearing in. Jeff Baraski, I guess.
Okay, yes, Mr. Borowski. If your family would like to come up?
I think Rosemary's listed first.
Place your left hand. Raise your right hand, please, and repeat after me. I, Jeff Borowski,
I, Jeff Baraski,
having been duly elected
having been duly elected
to the office
to the office
of Supervisor
of Supervisor
of the Township of
of
Falls,
the Township of Falls,
County of Bucks,
County of Bucks,
Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United
the
States
Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge
and that I will discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
with fidelity,
with fidelity,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Is it all right if I move on to Mrs. Malashewski?
I'm not sure she's even here.
Rosemary Malashewski?
Okay, then she needs to get sworn in.
If she
at
comes
some
in
other
before I leave, we'll pick up. Otherwise, I
thank
can
you.
catch her another time.
All right, item number 1 on the agenda, chairman appointment. We have a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Jeffrey Dents as the chairman.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain? All right. Thanks. Item number 2, vice chairman appointment. Item number 2, vice chairman appointment.
I'll make the motion to appoint Jeff Baraski as vice chair.
Seconded?
All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain?
All right, item number 3, we're going to appoint a supervisor vacancy seat to replace Bob Harvey's seat. I want to comment first, there's a lot of confusion. The seat of the chairman is not an elected seat. It's always been appointed by this board. A lot of people thought that Bob Harvey was elected chairman. We're all 5 supervisors, and every year we appoint a chairman, vice chairman, and so on. But with that, we have an open seat. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to appoint John Palmer.
I'll second.
All in favor?
No, you need to take public
I'm
comment.
sorry. Any public comment? Is there a motion to open public comment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Mrs. Batiste?
Tony Batiste, I'm a little disappointed that the board didn't at least ask for some recommendations. You had another person who was running against Mr. Boraski who got 2/5 of the vote of the actual voters that came out to vote. And it's the fact that she's a woman. It would have been nice to have a little diversity on the board. A fact that somebody who actually was running for the office and was interested in the office. It would have been nice to at least have thought about that. The other thing it would have been nice is to have somebody on the board, and I'm a Democrat, who's not all of the same party. A little diversity, guys. It would have been nice to have that opportunity. Thank you.
Well, we debated whether we were going to advertise or put it out there that we were looking for someone or to see who came to us, and that's what we did. We did get an email from Mrs. Graves, but it wasn't until this morning. So you're the only one that expressed interest on her behalf.
But I
to be
did
honest.
ask about it at the last meeting. If you
Right, but
guys
that's what
could
I'm saying. We didn't
pursue
go
that.
asking anyone.
And
They
I
came
just
to us.
thought it would have been nice to think about that,
All right, thank you.
because half the voters are female.
All right, motion to close public comment.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, there's a motion and a second on the floor. Can we, do we have to call roll?
Nope.
Okay, all in favor of John Palmer?
Aye.
Aye.
Now he gets sworn in.
I'm gonna miss you. No, we work together again, but I'm gonna miss you. But I understand. It's time. Yeah.
All right, raise your right hand, please. I, John Palmer, having been appointed to the office of Supervisor for the Township of Falls, County of Bucks, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. So help me God. Congratulations. Mr. Palmer, could you sign this for me, please? Thank you very much.
No, no.
After everyone.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. If she comes to the township building, just call me. She doesn't have to come to me.
Okay.
Give me your
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Item number 4, appointment of Secretary Treasurer to our board. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to appoint Jeff Rocco to Secretary Treasurer.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Stan.
All right, item number 5 is an Assistant Secretary. Oh, I'm sorry, we have to open public comment again. Any public comment needed for Treasurer? None. Thank you. Assistant Secretary Treasurer appointment. In the past, it has always been the Township Manager, but Mr. Gray has recently submitted his resignation to us, so he's going to be leaving us. Mr. Matt Takita is going to be filling in for him, so I'm going to make a motion to appoint Matt Takita as our Assistant Secretary Treasurer.
I'll second that.
No public comment.
Any public comment needed? None. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Item number 6, is there any other public comment needed? None?
Tony,
On the list?
you gotta get the list.
Is there a motion to open public comment?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Tony Batiste.
Obviously, my first comment will be, why wasn't public comment first before all the nominations? Usually it is.
Mr. Clark?
We're reorganizing tonight. The reorganization comes first before everything, the way we normally have it on the agenda.
Okay.
Well, we took public comment on the items
Is
that
that
we were
Robert's Rules of
reorganizing
Order?
on. What was that?
Is that Robert's Rules of Order?
Nobody follows Robert's
Okay.
rules.
All right. So having already commented on the issue that I would have commented on, I also want to know, is there any news on Elcon? Anything going on with the lawsuit? Anything going on with their proposed site?
There is, actually. Mr. Clark?
We had a hearing last month in front of Judge Baldy, who is the judge who is hearing the matter. He set a briefing schedule. Elcon has 30 days to submit their brief, which will be due in the latter part of this month. Upon receipt of their brief, we have 30 days to submit our brief. And then upon receipt of our brief, Elcon has 10 days to file what is known as a rebuttal brief. Judge will then take the briefs and will schedule oral argument. We anticipate that would probably be in April or early May.
Okay. And one other thing, and that is now that we have a new zoning officer, could we revisit the issue of the certificate of appropriateness or whatever it was that was signed and given to Elcon to say that the property that they want to use is actually a correct use for that property? Because it never went through zoning.
Didn't need to go through zoning. It was a determination made by the zoning officer and my office that
Okay.
legally it was an appropriate use from a zoning standpoint, it was an appropriate use for that site.
And could the new zoning officer take a second look at that?
No,
Okay.
it's already been decided. We can't rescind it.
Thank you. Is there a motion to close? That's all the names on the list. Anyone else want to speak? A motion to close public comment?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor? Aye. All right, number 7, we're going to establish meeting dates and times for our regular meetings of the Board of Supervisors. Historically, we've met the third Tuesday of every month. Some of us have a conflict this year, so we're going to change the meeting dates to the third Monday of every month.
7 o'clock.
7 p.m. All right. Is there a motion for that?
I'll make the motion.
Is there any public comment needed? All right, we have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Number 8, appointment of a township solicitor and special counsel and set compensation fees.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Rudolph Clark as general counsel. Do I have to read off these numbers? Or-
Yes, you should.
Okay. At a billable rate of $195 an hour for township and $375 an hour for land development.
I second that motion.
Any public comment needed? No hands? All in favor?
Aye.
You're gonna- Want me to table? Make a motion to table it? Which one is that gonna be?
Legal counsel.
I'll make a motion right now to table to our next meeting the appointment of Labor Council for the calendar year of 2020.
I'll second that.
Any public comment needed on the Labor Council? No hands? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to appoint Flager and Associates for our zoning land development attorney
Yeah, I guess.
at a rate of $195 for township business, $375 for land development.
Second it?
First, motion is made and seconded. Any public comment needed on that? No hands again. All in favor?
Aye. Okay, I'll make a motion to appoint Hill Wallach for Code Appeals Counsel at a rate of $185. Also as Labor Counsel for Police Negotiations at a rate of $200. David Trulove at a rate of $175 an hour for associate, $225 an hour for arbitration and partner, and $200 for associate.
I'll second that motion.
Any public comment needed? Again, no hands. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Make a motion to appoint Billy Meyer and Billy Meyer as conflict of counsel, Clifford Billy Meyer Esquire and Keith Billy Meyer Esquire, at a rate of $170 per hour.
Second it?
Motion made and seconded. Any public comment needed on that? No hands again. All in favor?
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Jones Engineering Associates as the engineer of record at a rate of $130 an hour for principal, as well as the attached fee schedule. Is that appropriate?
Yes.
Okay.
Second?
All in favor? Any public comment needed on Jones and Associates? No hands. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Item number, oh, you have another motion?
Yeah. I'd like to make a motion for Remington and Vernick engineers, conflict and traffic engineers, at a rate of $135 an hour for the principal and the fee attached schedule.
Second that?
All right. Any public comment needed? Again, no hands. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, that was actually item number 10. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
No, I'm just going down the list.
No, I don't see what you're saying. I don't see that. That was the manager, right?
Yeah, that was the, I'm sorry, that was item number 9, traffic engineer and the township engineer. Item number 10 is consider the agreement between the manager and Falls Township.
We should table that, I'd imagine.
That's Assistant Township Manager.
Assistant Township
and
Manager, I'm
Chief of...
And Chief of Code Enforcement.
Right.
We have to read off this agreement?
No, you can just do it as presented.
All right, do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the Chief Code Enforcement / Assistant Township Manager's agreement for the year, is it just for 2020, correct?
Yes.
For the year of 2020.
A second.
All in favor? Any public comment needed on Mr. Takita's agreement? No hands again. All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Item 11, consider Public Works Director agreement. And again, we don't have to read that off, right, Mike? Is
You do not, just as presented.
there a motion as presented?
I move that we accept it as presented.
A second.
All right, motion made and seconded. Any public comment needed on that? No hands. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Item number 12, appointment of vacancy board chairman.
I'll make a motion to appoint Arlene Goulding as the vacancy chair.
Seconded?
Motion made and seconded. Any public comment? Again, no hands. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, item 13, appointments to various boards, councils, committees, and commissions.
I'll make a motion to appoint James Goodwin to the Water and Sewer Authority Board. Not sure what the term is.
It's 5 years.
It's a 5-year term.
I'll second.
We don't take public comment on this as well, Mike?
Yes.
Any public comment needed? No hands. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
That's probably the only one that we had to do, right?
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, you don't need to do the rest of them?
I don't need to know.
All right, well, let me do,
Get it?
that's okay. What do we just do it during the normal business?
Yeah.
All right, now item number 14.
Actually,
Excuse me, the manager correctly points out, Pete correctly points out that the TOFA appointment needs to be done by resolution number 2020-01.
we need to do zoning as well.
Okay. All right, you want to approve the resolution?
Yeah, we can do them all really, but like the warrant authority, they're gonna have to rework on it.
All right.
Yeah.
So we
You
have to
guys
approve,
amend the motion?
yeah, the motion for Mr. Goodwin's, a resolution,
It needs to be done by resolution.
Mr. Goodwin's appointment.
2020-01.
You have to amend the motion?
Yeah, you just need to adopt the resolution, 2020-01.
I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution to appoint James Goodwin to the Water and Sewer Authority for a 5-year term.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And also I'd like to make a motion to appoint Alfred Brooks to the Zoning Hearing Board,
It also needs to be done by resolution.
and I'd like to do that by resolution 2020-2.
Good.
Is there a second?
Seconded.
All right. Any public comment needed? No hands. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. All right, now item number 14, appointment of depositories by resolution. Pete?
Yes, the board is asked to consider this resolution designating certain banking institutions as township depositories for the year 2020. On this resolution, there are 11 banks for consideration. Of the 11, 6 are currently in use by the township. They include First National Bank and Trust, BB&T, Pliget, SEI Investments, Invest, and JP Morgan Chase Manhattan Bank. The board is asked to consider this resolution.
Any questions from board members?
Is there any changes from last year?
No.
No questions?
No. Mr. Galloway?
No.
Mr. Palmer? No? Any public comment needed? No hands? All right.
This would be resolution 2020-03.
All right, motion was made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, item 15. Recommendation to the Board of Auditors to set the treasurer's bond at $2 million.
Yes, the board is asked to consider making this recommendation of $2 million to the Board of Auditors. Basically, the $2 million covers the rough dollar amount that is on the bill list on a monthly basis.
Any questions from board members?
No question.
No.
Any public comment needed? None? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 16 is nominate a delegate and an alternate to the State Association's 98th Annual Educational Conference and Trade Show, May 3rd through May 6th in Hershey, PA. This is something I don't think anybody's been to since my first year on this board. It's a tough time because it's on Sunday through like Wednesday.
Yeah.
We can do this at a later date.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 17, consider 2020 fee schedule for code, fire, and parks and recreation. Are there any changes to the fee schedule, Mr. Gray?
There are none for code enforcement. There are some minor changes for the Park and Rec Department. The boat ramps for 2020 will be residents $80, non-resident $155, and daily pass $15. That is the same rate we had for 2018. There is a change for the yoga classes. That'll be a fee of $10. And the swim lesson partnership with the YMCA, that has been eliminated. That's about it.
All right, thank you. Any questions from board members?
No.
Any public comment needed? All right, is there a motion to accept the fee schedule for 2020?
Excuse me,
motion.
Mr. Dents, that would be a resolution as well.
All right. We have a resolution 2020-04. Is there a motion?
I make the motion to accept the resolution.
Second?
All right, motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 18, consider an agreement between Falls Township and Airgas USA LLC. Can you give us a little bit of history about this situation, Mr. Clark, and why we're doing this tonight? Or Mr. Takita, I'm sorry.
Falls Township and Airgas had entered into an agreement to allow Airgas to move forward with construction of certain portions of their project. There was an issue with them having proceeded without permits prior to this. After stop work order, we came to the table and arranged this agreement to allow them to move forward while they provide us with the necessary paperwork.
All right. Any questions from board members about this agreement?
No, so basically, we got creative and allowed them to continue working if they sign the agreement. Is that right?
Correct. And it also, it set timelines for them to provide the information that we need
Right.
so that things can proceed safely.
Right.
And at this point, right now, we are meeting on a weekly basis to make sure the plans and everything that's being provided is adequate.
Excellent, thank you.
For those unaware, Air Gas is down in this steel mill area. They were building this project, they didn't think they needed building permits. They were erecting 150-foot tall towers. So we had to shut them down, but that's where this is at now. No board comment, any public comment needed?
Board
Is there-
board
Go ahead.
comment. Is the professionals okay with this?
Yes, our office has reviewed it, and working with Mr. Jones and with Mr. Takita, we think this accomplishes two goals. The most important goal is to make sure that our ordinances and our codes are being followed. And the second goal is that it allows this business to continue working on some other aspects of the project without shutting them down. We realized that there would have been a hardship for them if we had completely shut them down, and they would have lost the ability to complete this project in a timely manner. So as long as our codes, as long as they're going to get us all the information to satisfy Mr. Takita and Mr. Jones, our office is satisfied with the agreement as presented.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
None.
Is there a motion to approve this agreement?
So moved.
Seconded?
All in favor? Any public comment needed? I'm sorry, did I already ask that? None? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Aye. Mr. Clark, number 19 is our executive session.
Prior to the meeting, the board held an executive session to discuss various personnel matters.
Thank you. Item 20, manager comment.
No comment at this time, thank you.
None.
No.
7:27 PM.
For record, your first meeting.
It's gonna be like an auctioneer in here. Board comment, Mr. Galloway?
Just congratulations to our newest board member, Mr. Palmer. Well, it's a great sight to see you up here, and congratulations to our new chairman.
Thank you.
It was a very well run.
I did my best.
Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you.
Mr. Boraski?
Just like to say thank you to my family for being here tonight, supporting me over the last 6 years, and looking forward to serving on the township for another 6 years. Congratulations, Mr. Dent. You did a great job tonight.
Thank you.
You know, it's a nice, different makeup. You know, it's a change. It's kind of odd, but it's neat. Yeah, it's just weird not having Bob here, you know?
Yeah.
And just real quick, I don't know if we skipped over, but I'd like to do that real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
One thing we may have missed in going through the items, I'd like to appoint Catalinas Communications, Teresa Catalinas, at a rate of $70 an hour for our public relations.
Second.
Any public comment needed on that? Mrs. Catalinas does all our press releases. A lot of the articles you'll see on our website she does. Before we hired Mrs. Catalinas, we basically had nothing. We relied on local newspapers that, other than Tom Sofield, they never even come to our meetings. And we started doing our own stuff, and she's done a great job for us. So, no public comment needed. Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And just one last thing, I'd like to welcome Mr. Palmer to the board, and congratulations, John. Look forward to working with you.
Mr. Rocco?
Well done, Mr. Dents.
Thank you.
As Jeff Boraski said, it's a little odd, but we'll get used to it. Boraski, congratulations.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks for all your help.
6 more.
Yeah.
And Palmer, welcome to the board. I know you're going to make a difference, so looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Mr. Palmer?
I'd like to thank the board for entrusting the honor of filling Bob Harvey's vacancy. I always knew he was going to win. I didn't know I was going to get appointed to a seat when he did leave. It's an honor to be up here. I'm going to do my best and hopefully fill Bob's shoes as best to my ability. Other than that, I'd like to thank my friends and family and anybody else who came out. I really appreciate it. And this support means a lot. Thank you.
All right, we had a very good meeting, fast meeting. As was said, I have very big shoes to fill for Bob Harvey. I'm no Bob Harvey. He ran a meeting with a level of calmness and composure that you'll never see again. I'll do my best, but I'm not Bob. Congratulations to Mr. Boraski on his reelection. Mr. Palmer, welcome. I look forward to working with you. Congratulations to all our professionals and staff on their reappointments. And with that, we'll ask for a meeting to adjourn at exactly 7:30 PM.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.